Hey, I'm Aja A, and welcome to Sunshine Haze. Don't forget to check out all the links that I have listed down in the description box, and if you like the video, please give me a little thumbs up. If you have any questions after the video is over, feel free to drop them down below. I try to respond to everyone. And if you all know people interested in astrology, numerology, tarot, or whatever I'm talking about on this channel, go on and send them this link. And don't forget to hit subscribe. And of course, thanks for tuning in and rocking with me. May this info help y'all live your best lives. Peace. Hey Libra, this video is for you, Libra Sun, Libra Moon, and Libra Rising. So before we even get started, if you feel like what I'm saying in this video does not resonate with you, go on and check out your Moon and or Rising sign, which I do have linked down in the description box below. Okay guys, let's go on and get started. This reading is for the Aquarian lunar cycle, so we are talking beginning of February through beginning of March, so the next month. And this is your sister sign, so this is under your element, and the energy coming in for you guys during this next month is focus. So with that being said, Libra, we are under an air moon and air lunar cycle, which resonates very heavily with the mental, with perspective, the way that we look at things, the way that we think about things, and also the way that we communicate. I think for you guys during this lunar cycle, this one is going to touch you guys in a way that you do shift your perspective, and even if you don't shift your perspective, I believe things are going to become a little bit more clear to you, and you'll be able to get kind of an idea of what it is that you need to be putting your energy into. I believe that's what this focus card is coming up for. I'm picking up very much so on creative energy. I don't know why, but I feel like a lot of you Libras might have like creative projects or have some sort of ideas that you maybe have been sitting on that you need to tap into. You really need to focus on, exert your energy into these things so that you can see them come into play. This is all about the year of building things up and bringing all of the elements and all of the pieces of the puzzle together to see these things that we really want to pop off for us actually start to pop off. So Libra, for you guys, the energy that you're supposed to be tapping into, or that you will be tapping into, is figuring out what it is that is really important to you and understanding what you need to do in order to see that play out the way that you would like it to in the physical. If you look at the numerology on this card, it is 24, which breaks down into 6. And 6 is the number of building. It is the number of, you know, actually stabilizing those things that we have put into play, or that the seeds that we've planted. And you've got that 2 energy and the 4 energy there, which is another, and 6 is nurturing the things that we've planted. So you've got the energy of foundations, and you've got the energy of bringing things together in order to create foundations and nurture them with the 6. So with that being said, Libra, this particular lunar cycle for you, you may find yourself really tapping into your passions. You may find yourself really getting in the mix as far as something that you're really interested goes, and doing things like, I always say creating content because I write, but pretty much creating content for your craft. So during this next month, whatever you feel moved to do, especially if it's in regards to like your talent or your gifts or whatever, or things that you enjoy doing, definitely try to put energy into that. You know, if there are like mixers for whatever it is that you do, go to some mixers. If there are like if you're an artist, go to a couple art gallery events this month. If you're a singer, go to a couple open mics. If you're, you know, an active person, go work out at a new gym. Like, put your energy into what it is that you really want to see play out for you this year, because putting your energy into that is what is going to make it become successful and abundant for you, okay? The next card that I have coming up for you guys is in the position of your crossing energy during this next month, and you've got the Fool. Excuse me. And so, as you know, the Fool is a card that resonates with new beginnings, trying new things, taking a leap of faith, just kind of going balls to the wall, saying, okay, I'm just going to do it. This coming up in the crossing position, especially in regards to the focus for you goes, I think Libra, you guys are supposed to be coming into this space to where you understand there are things that you're supposed to be working on. And for a lot of you, I feel like this, although these things may not be new, I feel like this energy surrounding actually putting your time and effort into it may be new or founded, okay? The Fool card being a crossing energy does tell me that there might be a little bit of stagnancy or a little bit of hesitation surrounding the things that you want to do, or the things that you're passionate about, or the things that you're supposed to be focusing on. The Fool card coming up here, this is a crossing energy, but I do talk about in a lot of my spreads turning these crossing energies into upright energies, and I believe very much so that this can be done for the Fool in this particular situation. This being in crossing position tells me that you might be a little scared. There might be a little doubt there. Like I said, there might be a little hesitation to go on and start those things, to go on and put in that creative energy, or to go to that open mic, or go to those galleries, or go to that different gym. But really, Libra, you know, how are you going to know if anything's going to work out for you if you don't try? You know what I'm saying? If you don't give it the chance, how are you supposed to know? And how are you supposed to know whether or not you're supposed to be putting your energy into something if you don't go out there and put your energy out into it at least once? You know what I'm saying? So just be very mindful during this next lunar cycle. You are going to be prompted. You're going to feel inclined to and pull towards doing these things, whatever you're supposed to be focusing on. But at the same time, you may feel this doubt. You may feel this fear. You may hear that little voice in the back of your head like, oh no, this ain't for you. You can't do that. You don't have the juice. But fear not. Okay, Libra, you do have all the juice you need. You just actually have to tap into that confidence and bring it out. Excuse me. There are things that you're supposed to be putting your energy into during this lunar cycle, specifically underneath the Aquarian energy. And having a fear of what could come from it is really going to hold you back. And if you aren't putting out the energy that needs to be put out during the time that it should be, that also delays whatever else was lined up on your path for you. So just keep that in mind, okay? Whew, that was a breathful, Libra. I don't know why I'm so winded, but that was definitely a breathful. Okay, you guys, the next card that you have coming up in your spread is the Judgment card. And that card is coming up in the position of how you can get more into the mix underneath this Aquarian lunar cycle energy. How can you be more innovative, more creative, work with others, and how can you be a little bit more expressive? This Judgment card, I think, especially in regards to the energies that are coming up here for you, I think there is some sort of heaviness or some sort of energy weighing down on you, Libra, that you maybe have imposed upon yourself by way of the things that have happened around and to you. But I do think that a lot of the reason why some of you guys can't move forward, or you can't come into that energy to put into that focus energy that's popping up this month, is because you're carrying around this, like, you know, carrying around a little bit of, you know, why did I do this? Or I need to be better. Or I need to do this and X, Y, and Z. The Judgment card coming up here is telling me, Libra, that at this point, especially underneath your element, this is the time for you guys to do away with that. This is definitely the time for Libra to say, okay, this is what has happened. This is what has transpired. I understand. I can pull knowledge from it. I can pull whatever energy I need to from it, but I cannot dwell here. This has happened. I have to move on. And that's not to say that you have to forget what has happened, or that you have to completely cut yourself off from, you know, your past. But this card is saying that you cannot move forward with the future, or even live in the present, if you are constantly dwelling on the past and what happened and what could have happened, or what should have happened, what didn't happen, what you wish would have happened. Like, you know, there's no way for you to move forward if all you think about is what happened yesterday. There is no tomorrow for you. There is no today if your only focus is yesterday. So with that being said, Libra, as these things start to pop up for you during this lunar cycle, because they will, you will definitely feel the type of energy where, you know, you're like, okay, kind of resonating in this that happened 3 years ago, or this that happened last week. And most of the stuff that I'm picking up on are things that you can't change. They're all divine. So it really doesn't make sense for you to dwell on them if you're not pulling any kind of knowledge or energy or, you know, information from it. If it's not something that can help you in the physical and in the present right now, it's okay to just acknowledge it and then move on with your life, okay, if that makes sense. So release what needs to be released in order for you to come into this position of being okay to do you and being happy, and not carrying around dense or stagnant energy. And you guys know the Judgment card is one of my karmic cards. So This is telling me, coming up in this position, that right now, Libra, you actually are supposed to be working with other people. You are supposed to be expressing yourself freely and truly. You are supposed to be, you know, coming up with new ideas and new ways to do things, but you're not going to be able to tap into that energy if you don't take the leap, and if you don't focus on what you need to focus on, and if you don't release what needs to be released, okay? All right. Last card coming up for you, Libras, in your spread is in the position of your soul message, and you've got Yin. This card, I think, to sum up your whole reading, is coming up to say, okay, Libra, you resonate with a very loving energy. You also resonate with the energy of balance. This is a 2 card, and this is also a card that carries divine energy, divine feminine energy, also very loving, unconditional energy as well. It's also one half of a thing of balance. It's yin and yang, right? So for you, Libra, during this next lunar cycle, during this next month, going up through the beginning of March, I think it'll be very important for you to be open to receiving messages from not only yourself, but the universe. Pay attention to your synchronicities, and then as things start to come in, as new opportunities start to come in, as new phases, changes start to come in, it is okay to allow them to, you know what I'm saying? I do always say that with change, there's always resistance, but at the same time, anytime stuff is changing in your life, the resistance should come from outside of you. When things are shifting for you, you should always be open to them shifting, because they are shifting for a reason. You are coming into a new, I think you guys got the full card the last time around, or maybe for the winter spread, but you know, you're coming into this new energy, this new chapter, this new life, so to speak, and you can't go into a new resonating with the old. So be open to receiving whatever the new has to offer for you, okay? Just be open to it. And then also with this Yin card, I do want to talk about healing. I just very much so pick up on the energy of needing to release and needing to nurture yourself. So with that being said, Libra, whatever you need to do to keep your Zen space popping, do that, because you've got shit to do, you've got shit to work on, and you've got new cycles to come into. You got Judgment, the Fool, and Yin. So it's a lot of positive things happening for you, Libra, but you have got to be open to it, and you have got to, instead of fighting the change, just go with it, go with the flow. Go wherever the wind blows you. We're underneath the air, an air moon, right? Okay, you guys, that is your reading. If you feel like you need more clarification, or you'd like a personal reading, feel free to go on and book one with me. I have all of that information linked down below. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see y'all next time.